episode 4 of the Outer World podcast. We got today me, myself, Dylan. We got Nick.
Oi.
We got Zay.
What's up?
We got Quinn.
Hey.
And the first time here, we got Lexi.
Howdy.
Alrighty. And then today our topic was we were going to think about doing space, and we could think about traveling and Elon Musk and all that, colonization. We'll talk about a lot of that. So, who's got some juicy topics?
I'd say unscrew that cap, Lexi, let it all out.
I don't know. Well, before we get to space, what would be the first thing you'd want to talk about?
I don't know, I was really looking into black holes there for a bit, and then how, like, Cern was messing with, like, replicating another black hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then,
Wait, what?
yeah, Cern.
Yeah.
You ever heard of
That-
Cern?
Yeah,
The
I've heard of
Hadron Collider?
Yeah, and, like, how they were kind of, like, messing with, dark matter.
Yeah.
And then, what is it? Stephen Hawking was, like, talking about kind of, like, I would have to look it up again, but I was reading something about him, like, his, like, opinion on it, on, like, us making our own black hole. And it was, like, pretty much, like, kind of, like, going into, like, dimensions and shit like that. And then, yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting thing.
Yeah. The only thing is, as long as they don't sustain the black hole, it's not a big deal. But, like, if it sustains itself, well then, yeah, it's a big bad. A big bad.
And then it's crazy because it's just on our fucking Earth, bro.
Yeah. And it doesn't need much to self-sustain either when it's that small. So, you gotta be careful about that when you're doing that. But then again, that's why it's basically the size of a city,
Yeah, holy
if I
shit.
remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's 16.6 miles. It's a big loop that
Yeah.
particles travel at near light speed. They crash, and I'm guessing that's where you get like a black hole.
I couldn't really say.
Yeah.
I know I've heard, I don't know much about this, but have you heard of the God particle? And they discovered it in these experiments.
I've not heard of the God particle.
Heard of it? Don't remember what it was anymore. It's been a while.
And what, it was from, like, CERN? That they kind
Yeah.
of...
Yeah.
The Higgs boson field. It's like where everything gets mass from.
Interesting.
Works as a mass phenomenon. Pretty interesting. But imagine, dude, that shit just goes south real quick.
But usually I say usually, but every time they make sure it doesn't have enough to sustain itself.
Yeah.
Because it would be a very tragic ending and very fast.
Implode on ourselves, pretty much.
Essentially, the planet would
Or-
collapse upon itself.
Probably just get, like, sucked back in. That would be kind of fucked, bro.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be slow either. It'd be in, like, seconds. It would not be slow. It wouldn't be minutes or hours. It'd be seconds.
What if it already happened and we're in another dimension?
I don't know. Then again, we've never traveled through a black hole, so we don't quite know.
That's always gotten my, like, curiosity. Is, like, what's on the other side of a black hole? Like, is it just a nothingness, or is it, like,
something else?
Yeah, it's always gotten me curious. But shit, no one's gonna have that fucking answer because you're gonna go through the thing and you ain't coming back.
With our current understanding, yeah, you're not really coming back from that until we devise a method to do so. But who knows when that'll happen? We can actually do it too, not just know how to do it, but actually be able to do it.
Yeah, our civilization might be fucked before that.
Eh,
Maybe. Unless we go up to a higher being. You guys are real talkative. I was giving
Wondering.
Zane coin and Nick some shit.
See,
I'm just reading.
you strong. Okay, no. Well, I don't know.
Well, I've
Do you
heard
think?
of white holes.
White
That's one
holes.
theory. That if a black hole does have an exit, then it would be something hypothetically a white hole where you just see energy coming out, spewing out from seemingly nowhere, kind of like the origin of the Big Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of
Yeah.
a white hole.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, then again, we really don't know, but still, it's an interesting thing. Because I don't know. I'd like to see it. I'd like to find out.
What, a black hole or a white hole?
Find out what's on the other side of a black hole, or at least how to travel through one without being, ripped apart molecularly.
I petition to put myself through a black hole.
How are you
Good luck.
How are you gonna tell us if you even get through the other side, bro?
I don't care.
But
I just want to go through it.
but but we wouldn't get any information, bro.
That's why we wait a couple of years for Elon Musk to develop something for us to do that.
Yeah, dogs. And then when you go through, you'll just be crushed immediately.
Yeah. I have
Don't
faith
worry,
in
guys.
us.
I promise. It'll work.
So a black hole is, I'm going off memory, so this might not be right, but formed by matter or energy being compressed too close together beyond what they call the Planck length, which is like the smallest unit that you could have. And once you cross that line, it just becomes this, I don't know what a black hole is, this vacuous, non-existent, it's just a well, I guess.
It's essentially what it is, but it's more of, from what I understood, like once it gets so close together, like I don't remember the name of the force that pushes things apart, like inertia and such of that nature. But once they're so close together, it just like cannot overcome it no matter how hard it tries, and so it just collapses in. Basically, like you were saying, like a hole. But yeah, essentially what it is.
But then it sucks up light as well.
Well, yeah, because it's a hole, essentially. from how we can explain it, it's essentially just a giant hole that doesn't stop until I don't remember what stops one, but I think it's just eventually till it just like the gravitational forces that it exerts aren't able to beat
Do they
the
They
ever
have
forces that
stop?
push it away, push it
Hawking
apart.
radiation.
Yeah, that.
They kind of like evaporate a little bit over time, slowly losing energy.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, because there's no perfect vacuums. Like, there's always a default in all black holes.
well, and then it's weird because it eats and eats and eats, like stars, light, all this shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then you think it pretty much would stop when it stops eating. Weed question: is a black hole alive?
We would have no. Well, if it even was possible, we wouldn't know.
We would have to get our definitions of life straight.
Not only straight, but amended to include that. Then we'd have to figure out how to actually try to communicate with something of that nature.
Just
So
throw some rocks into it.
That's all essentially is what it is a trash can. I mean, we're pretty much we putting more time to it than need be. Cause we're just a bunch of dumbasses trying to go through a point that's literally just nothing. I don't know. That's just the way I see it. I mean, it is interesting, but I kind of don't think there's another point coming out to it.
You don't think there's more to a black hole than a black hole?
I mean, I have imagination towards something else, but in the current state, I kind of just see it as a trash can.
It's a trash
I
can.
mean, what are we gonna do? Honestly, on some real shit, if we do go to the other end, what the fuck are we gonna do? It's not
Go
like we
back.
have like
Try
vehicle.
to
Yeah,
go back.
we're gonna try to come back, or we're just gonna write up some shit. We still haven't even figured out how to get to space and made it like commercially available. You feel me? So once we do get, say we do get that fucking thing open, like what are we gonna do with it? What the fuck are we gonna do with it? Honestly,
Just
That's a
want to
fair
go and
point.
get away.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, if you put that much time and resource into it, you'd have to figure out what to do with it. But like you're saying, it's just a question of what. You know,
Okay.
it really depends on what you find on the other side.
we don't
So-
even know what to do with the local thing like the planet Saturn. It seems like kind of far-fetched to be reaching for black holes if we're gonna look at it practically.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. What if black hole sucks up time?
Well, time distorts when you're falling into it, right?
Or even just around it. 'Cause, well, if you think of it like that, then yeah, technically time doesn't actually. Time isn't able to
But-
not be sucked into it.
Okay, does time as we think of like dates, like, fucking 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever the fuck, does time slow down in space? Or is it the same concept?
Oof.
relative to whatever thing you're on.
Yeah, that'd be more of figuring that out once you get there, but and like the small scale, like say solar system scale, it'd probably just be time zones, you know? It'd probably just I mean, just a fucking my guess would be we'd probably categorize as time zones just to make it easy. Rather than or you could do
I'm just
a new
wondering,
unit of
like,
time,
I'm just
but
wondering
I
if
don't know.
you're out in space, if it slows down
I don't think it does
time.
as far as how we are. I mean, it may, but probably not to like a significant degree. At like when you're going around a fucking black hole.
So Einstein has a theory.
But it's relative.
Yeah, that gravity curves space and time, causing the passage of time to slow down.
Yeah.
But that's just a theory.
Yeah, because we have no way of
All
actually
physics is pretty
doing that.
hinged to that theory, though. If you pull Einstein out, a lot of things collapse.
Yeah, everything that doesn't involve Einstein essentially collapses. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, now I kind of just got myself wondering and thinking about this shit. Okay, all right, let's backtrack away from fucking time and fucking black holes and all that fucking shit. Okay, so I got another question or an idea.
Go ahead.
You guys think we'll be in Mars by our lifetime?
No.
Hopefully,
Not living there, but at least landing,
I
Like
would hope so.
being there.
Like having a human go up there.
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
What, are you gonna die in like 4 years?
No. I just don't think we have the technology for it.
I think we kind of do. And just like, I think it's possible just to do it, just to say, fuck it, we did it, but it's not reasonable to be wasting that much resources on just
Yeah.
that.
I think we
Because
could,
there's another question, what are we going to do once we get there, too? It's like,
at minimum, I would say we could make a base there. I don't think we can colonize it. That would take way.
I think the first humans would be
Yeah.
like a ecological program. A person goes up some plants and takes care of them, and it's kind of the test to see if life can sustain both the plants and the caretaker. And it'll probably take off from something like that.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
would
the
want to be that
most.
guy. I would want to be that guy. I would want to try
Same.
that.
That'd be the most logical way to do it because it'd be monetarily driven. Because I don't think that any other way would really be done than that. I don't think we're just all gonna be like, you know what, guys? I think we should just go. Let's just go to another planet and
Buy
colonize.
tickets.
Yeah, buy tickets and let's just go. No, there'd have to be like an extremely high amount of monetary or perceived monetary gain to doing that. Because that would require a retarded amount of resources.
Yeah, and us as people are struggling enough just to fucking keep calm with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, if you tell somebody they can't do it, I mean, some motherfucker's gonna be. You can't tell me no. Like,
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, eventually someone will do it. Like, there's no question about that.
Said I can't fucking jump up there. I'll fucking show you.
Jeez.
with how much resources we have, though, like even just mining from space as well, even from asteroids. We've been getting metals like nickel and iron. I mean, that would be a better alternative to at least helping us out.
Then we wouldn't have to do so much damage to Earth.
I mean, eventually it's inevitable that we're gonna end up fucking running out of resources, but that's if we do live that long. So, say we do live that long, and all the resources are running out. I'm sure it's gonna get to a point where eventually we're just using this place as a ball of dirt, and we could just get our resources from everywhere else. That's if we get to the point of leaving this place and successfully mining from other places.
Yeah, that's true. I would think the first step for us as a civilization is to at least figure out how to mine asteroids because you're going to need a lot of raw materials to even leave more than just a couple of spacecraft or
But
even
imagine,
just missions in general.
imagine if you did start doing that, the materials you would get. And then, like,
Oh
who
no,
knows, you'd
it'd
probably
be
find, like, new materials as well, and then that could change the game of other
yeah.
shit. And then it could be, like, say, like, one process is so hard to do, but then you might find, like, another material or something, then it's just like, holy fuck. This process doesn't have to be like this. It could be, like, completely different. Huh, it would be cool to see some more moves in space, though, because it seems like the whole moon landing happened, then it kind of was just
In the water.
quiet. Huh?
Dead in the water.
Oh, well, no, just like we landed on the moon, and then just like it just kind of like boom. There wasn't like much hype about space. Like they sent out the Voyagers 1 and 2, which are cool because they're still going out and receiving data and bringing it back to us about what's even further in our solar system and all that. Have you guys ever heard about the Voyagers?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, those things are pretty sick.
Yeah.
Those are
What did
Uh,
always
they send
interesting.
out recently?
What, like Voyager kind of status or?
I'll have to look it up. Something very recently. Might have been to Mars. A
Yeah, they sent a
robot, though.
rover to Mars.
Oh,
What, a rover or just like an actual? AI.
I mean, yeah, they did send a new rover to Mars recently, like last month, like 2-3 months. I don't remember specifically, but
I wonder if there's fucking Mars
research.
live cam.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Called the Perseverance rover.
They do have some vids out though.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. Fuck.
We watch the ISS feed,
There you go.
What's that?
International
International
Space
Space
Station.
Station.
Oh,
Oh,
so you look down.
Yeah, right now the one I'm watching is they're doing some maintenance work on the on the station.
Makes you feel so small when you look at that shit.
Does
Like a void of just quiet nothing, probably.
I would love that.
I think I'd freak out.
But even at night, you could look straight up and it's like sitting on the hood of a car.
Yeah,
It's like you're on the hood of the earth. It's just, everything's just right there. But get this, there's 5 rovers on Mars currently
one
that
for
are
each country,
operational.
yeah, or one for.
I was about
I
to
know
say,
T1
dude,
was
5
there.
countries. That's.
I know, according to Google, T1 was the first Mars probe.
Taiwan?
At Taiwan.
You said Tijuana. I was like,
Yeah, I'm fucking retarded. Remember?
Tijuana Tech.
wait, so Taiwan already sent shit up to Mars? I wonder why China's like, hey, fuckers. Trying to find the one that you're looking at where they're repairing on the station.
I'll link it.
I want to see that. I think, I don't know. I feel like an idea that you'd want to do is get like a robot, somewhat decently smart, and fucking send that off to Mars and just have it do its thing.
Started streaming on May 27th, 2020.
Oh shit, yeah, he's repairing it, bro.
Yeah.
Keeps pointing at the camera.
What is this link that you said? The
It's the,
ISS feed.
yeah. Dude, like, ah. Woo! Shit gets, dude.
So we're currently looking at is just pretty much the Earth from space.
Nah, bro, this is all a
It's
lie, dude. The Earth's flat, bro. That's a fucking lie right there.
I find it hard to believe there's actually people who believe the Earth is flat when they have people literally streaming, flying around, well, floating in space,
Yeah.
right above the Earth.
You should be able to see the edges, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to believe that there's a curve, even though they've proven it to themselves time and time again.
If you look at a sphere, bro,
You can't see the other side.
it's so obvious.
You can see
Oh,
clearly
man.
see a curve, but you can't see the other side or the other two sides.
This
So if
live
it's
feed's
flat, what the fuck
intense.
is on the other side?
That's a mystery.
It's hot lava, bro.
It's
The
another
sun's
people.
fucking flat, bro. What the fuck?
There's a fucking documentary that was on Netflix about flat earthers to the curve or some shit like that. There's a dude on there who actually believes there's a dome over the earth.
I hate it.
He believes that there's the eclipse that happened during that documentary. He believes it was planned by NASA.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got some guys who can go up there and block the sun. It's like sending off the fireworks or the angel aircrafts doing tricks.
Oh my God. Dude, it's so dark.
Well, yeah, it is. So,
I don't think I could survive in space, bro. I'm sorry now, but after looking at this, I don't think I could do it, bro.
oh, I could do it. Easy.
Oh yeah.
You guys would
So
have
let's
to
say,
like sedate me.
if we could reasonably get to like Neptune, like distance-wise, up to Neptune, where would y'all want to go?
Up to Neptune.
Yeah, like we
Isn't
could
Neptune smaller?
reasonably. No. Like distance-wise, in our solar system, reasonably get to Neptune and back within a couple of years, unless we find something faster
Jupiter.
than a couple of years, but
Jupiter.
a couple of years.
Definitely Jupiter.
Jupiter.
I want to see that big hurricane.
The giant red dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine like we get like stations around other planets and then you get like a live feed of other planets.
That'd be hot.
Ooh, that wouldn't, yeah, dude, like Saturn. Oh, mainly Jupiter though.
I think I'd go to Io,
You go to where?
Jupiter's moon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was also gonna say a moon, Saturn's Titan.
Yeah.
Where I would go? Be honest, I'd probably go to Uranus or Neptune.
yeah, of course you want to go to Uranus, bro.
Really for the rings.
Why Neptune?
See what's there. See, because from what I read, it seems like there was also more moons than initially thought behind Neptune.
Oh,
See,
you wouldn't just want to make the full journey and hit Pluto?
no, I'm saying like theoretically, that's like our limit to where like we could get there, but it'd start taking a really long time.
I'm
See,
only gonna be like 70.
yeah. Because I believe Pluto's like extremely far away from Neptune. Yeah, it's 871 million miles compared to Neptune.
That's fucking far.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Okay. So Neptune to Uranus is 1,010 million miles. So what about? Okay, so actually, they're kind of really. I don't know.
I'm done with that live feed.
Eh.
I feel so fucking small. We're just an ant, bro. All we are is just a fucking ant, a hairy ant, bro. That shoots each other. We're real
That
fucking
thought always
creative.
comes up.
What? The ant?
Just when it's like the ego, the death of your ego, looking at the bigger picture, right? Then
Yeah. I don't know. It just makes you like you're just that small, bro.
It's humbling.
Dude, we're not even the dust on the smallest hair of an ant. That's how small. Like we're smaller than that from everything that we've been able to observe in the universe.
I think I'm so fucking special. Fucking A.
The only special in the world.
imagine we are the only living thing.
That'd be fucked. I don't think. Nah, we can't.
Do you believe
What?
in the concept of infinity? Like truly, like say when you really think about infinity, there's this conversation happening right now, but in almost every 5 seconds, one of us does something different, but the conversation is still the same. Do you believe it goes down to that point, like that minimal? Like even down to us having this conversation, but us wearing different shirts, or us having this conversation and us being in different states, and it just constantly going on. Like, do you believe space is that big?
Yeah. I mean, I do. Well, really, the reason why I believe it is because it's the best way to define it. I don't know. I just believe it, but then again, it's more of a curiosity reason. Like, wouldn't you want? Well, wouldn't you want to think that the universe being as big as it is, and then possibly being something outside of it, or a higher dimension, or something of that nature? But like all of the choices in real time well, I say that, but it's really the curiosity that, well, could there be another time, another instance of what we're doing, just slightly different, or things that we've done, but with different choices played out. I don't know. I think mostly it really just plays to the sense of one, like curiosity to see if that actually happens more than really anything. Because I don't really know how you would even be able to prove that, to be honest. Because, yeah, I don't know.
Or Nick, go jump in the Cern hole
I would love to, just to find out what happens.
Mm.
I think a person has been hit by it before,
and
if I'm not
survive.
mistaken.
Imagine you
Yeah,
get hit with it and you're just God mode, bro. I know everything and
an
every.
animal. I'm pretty sure it was some type of animal that crawled within the structure. Let's see.
Switzerland.
The thing I'm picking up right now is just an article from NPR talking about Weasel that apparently shuts down the world's most powerful particle accelerator.
I love that.
The weasel has become God. I'm just kidding.
This incredible marvel of our technology just falls apart from this little hairball of nature.
Pretty much. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
It looks so intense, like looking at pictures of it.
What, the collider?
Is that what it's
Particle
called?
accelerator? Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Like it looks intense, dude.
Yeah. It has to be that way because of how ridiculous the
And it's fucking big.
yeah, it's massive. I'm trying to think of the word here. It has to be because it has to be very, very, very precise in order to control what it's doing. Then again, it really is only made to do one thing. So technically, it's a simple machine. Just to get it to do what it needs to do is
A marvel.
extremely complicated. Yeah,
Yeah.
and a marvel. Because, geez, man, the level of fucking
Oh, there's 666 in the CERN logo. Fucking bullshit, dude.
He cares.
No, I was just looking up Cern and just just saw an image of doing that. I'm like, no, bro. It would be interesting to check that out, like see that in person. I'd be down.
If you do tours, which somewhere does.
Huh?
One of the particle accelerators does tours.
I would be
Like to go there.
with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly. Be hella with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much like one of the big things that we have on Earth. That's like at that kind of level, isn't it?
At that level, yeah, it's basically the thing.
Yeah. Well, and then there's artificial suns now.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Those are pretty intense.
How do those work?
I fucking could not tell you.
What
A
is it?
successfully activated so-called artificial sun, a nuclear fusion reactor that could fuel its energy emissions.
Fusion reactors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
China fired it up
Yeah, China.
first time on Friday. This article was posted December 7th, 2020.
That's pretty recent that they did that.
Thing looks
Yep.
fucking ridiculous.
What, looking at it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be, especially if they're gonna. Well, I say that, but I don't really know. It's interesting. Hopefully, they're able to make that a true reality.
To
That'd be
power the
sick.
world.
Well, not only that, but that would be the way for us to get off of the planet. Is a fusion reactor,
Oh, like
and
to
not a.
having that power the ship and make it
Mhm.
faster.
Not only that, but actually have enough energy to continue, like
Just to last.
stay out there without needing to be refueled.
I see.
Because as long as you have enough matter to keep it going, it doesn't need anything else. And I'm sure once you start once you start the reaction, it doesn't require much to keep it going. You just need to have it at a constant rate of going. That way you can keep the reaction going. Because really, it's the hurdle of like getting started versus keeping it running. But yeah, with that, it'd make traveling in space a lot easier. Not only that, but you could actually stay there, and then once you miniaturize it small enough to where you can, use it as a battery or replace batteries. I mean, you could do a lot with that. But
Beginning of another era, bro.
essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I remember I saw something about it a while ago, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
But
because could. No, I was saying you could because it'd be like just energy, and then you can convert it to electricity. And once you do that, you can essentially use it for really anything. So yeah, you could technically power the world or more with it.
that might be a good thing in the long run.
In the long run, yeah, it would be great.
Yeah, you could stop with, burning shit for electricity.
Yeah,
Stop fucking with the wind. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a alright idea, but those things don't. You would need a lot of those to power the world.
yeah, you would need an insane amount of that.
Yeah, and they're so fucking big and just in the fucking way.
Can be.
Chopping up birds.
Yeah, dude, the
Hit-
poor fucking
Hitting them up with
birds.
sashimi, boys. Got fresh sashimi for you guys.
Jeez.
Rough cuts. Not even clean. Rough cuts.
You don't need a butcher when you got a wind turbine.
I mean, alternative energy does sound attractive, but at the same time, it's like we don't have the battery to store all this energy. Because that's what
Yeah,
happened in Texas too, is because with these, even with the electricity grids, is what they do is they only build enough electricity to sustain the supply and demand chain. It's like they don't have extra supply in the back. They only pump out what people need. And when people, yeah, that's why they started. It wasn't really blackouts happening in the system. They just started shutting it down, is because they're not prepared for all these people to be using that much electricity when they don't even have it. But that's the same, pretty much same concept with everything else too. It's like, say we do have everything going off of alternative energies, like we don't have places to store all this shit. And even at that too, like gasoline is much more sustainable in the sense that it, I don't know, you think it's economically, I don't know what's the word for it. It's like you could literally go to the store, pay for this shit, and like it's fast. Like it
Yeah,
happens, like even with
convenient.
I mean, I don't even for something, I don't know why they don't just switch to kinetic energy too. It's like you could really pay people to fucking go get on a bike that's hooked up to maybe what like a little generator, and you could literally pay people just for physical work, just to pump energy into these batteries. But even before going on dumbass thoughts like that, I'm just saying though, it's like we don't really got batteries to store any of this
Yeah.
shit.
yeah.
If you could like somehow get a battery to store it, then it'd be game on. Okay, when you said the kinetic energy, you've probably seen Rick and Morty, right? First thing I thought of was when his battery and the people were working just to power his battery.
Bro, yeah, exactly the
Yeah,
same shit.
yeah. and then
Essentially,
and then there's a universe powering the other universe.
I mean, even using the ocean too, they use the waves to push the fucking machines.
Mm. But then there's always like cons to everything, pros and cons.
yeah, there is.
See, it sounds attractive on paper, like even with the wind energy. It's like the maintenance on those fucking blades is, I'm sure it takes a lot, even just to build the fucking wings transport.
Yeah, they're fucking huge. Like you need like big machinery to fuck with it, and then if it does break or fall, it's not gonna be easy just to fix it like that.
No, because they're mega structures essentially. Yeah, it's not that we don't have the technology. We're just too cheap to fucking use the right technology. Because I mean, there's a lot of improvements that people use on, well, that you can choose from to make your, in this case, a wind turbine more efficient. And, well, not efficient because they're already as efficient as they really can be at the moment due to our limits of knowledge, but you can make them more reliable. It's just people don't want to put the cost in to do that versus just saying, no, we don't need it. And then when shit happens, it's like, bro, what the fuck? What do we do? And just say, oh well, kind of screwed on this one, man.
Yeah, burning petrol is just so fucking easy. You pull it out of the ground, you burn it. That's it. It's not like all these extra fucking steps.
Pretty much.
Maybe refine it. That's pretty much it. And there's no
Yeah.
other fucking maintenance fees on fucking oil, dude. Like you really,
Other
there's no
than the
maintenance fee to
equipment.
pull it out. Yeah, you just pull it out of the ground.
Yeah. Same thing with natural gas.
Solar panels either. Solar panels got a lot of maintenance. And then that's if it's sunny.
Yeah.
And they're not that efficient. As
No,
well.
fuck no, dude. Like that, like the idea of them was great and all, but I used to live with solar panels, and when you depleted that battery, bro, and it's nighttime, have fun, bro. Have fun. Fucking bring out the candles, dude. We're fucking living it out.
Yeah, fucking power lasts until 2 a.m.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
like, fuck, dude, I shouldn't have left all that shit on. And
Yeah, bro. Like you leave on the TV, bro, for like the day, and then you're like, "Fuck, the batteries are red. We're done."
It wasn't China, by the way. South Korea for
No, it
the
was
fusion
both
reactor.
of them.
Was it?
Yeah, China and South Korea both made the artificial sun.
I just think South Korea is.
Oh,
Yeah. As far as efficiency wise, they're at
It's not
best
efficient at all.
44% efficient,
but
and
this.
then normal solar panels are 14 to 19% efficiency.
So Zay, it's funny about what you're saying with like burning the gas.
wow.
Eventually, like when I had solar panels, I went and bought a fucking generator and just bought gas and started burning the gas because it was so much easier, so much less of a hassle.
And that's the fucking point of fucking telling
Yeah,
you this shit.
yeah. And then the gas was cheaper than buying a whole new fucking setup of solar panels and batteries. And then even those, after time goes by, they get fucked up. Or if it snows, you got snow on them, and then you're just like, "Fuck, man, I gotta fucking clear this shit up." Yeah, solar panels are kind of a bitch. Ah,
Yeah, they are.
shit. All right. Well, it's 7.
You want to call it there?
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get, because it's gonna take me like fucking 10, 15, 20 minutes just to get over there.
Yep.
But yes, this is a short episode.
Pretty chunky.
Pretty
chunky.
girthy.
Yeah,
Very
girthy.
meaty.
Girthy boy.
The fuck? It's not ready for that one.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty, well, that's
They heard,
episode
dude.
4, and we'll be
They
back on
heard.
Monday.